Hello everyone, I'm Tobias and we're back with another quest called Zogre Flesh Eaters. Zogre has in a zombie ogre. We will explore tombs guarded by these specimen. For requirements, you need a smithing level 4 or more, herbalist level 8 or more, range level 30 or more. Complete the quest is big, chompy bird hunting, and jungle potion. For gear, you will need either Cast of Undead Crumble Undead spell, which requires 1 chaos for every 2 earth and air runes, or 1 comp ogre bow / regular ogre bow, I think should work as well, with brutal arrows more like 50 for each. You have to fight a boss in which you can only damage it using those 2 methods effectively, I think. For optional stuff, being combo level greater than 45 is good, so you don't die too easily. Prayer level greater than 43 to use all the protection prayers, specifically the protect from missiles will be useful for the boss fight. Strength greater than 10 to help lift up a chest. If you fail, you just have to keep trying, and you may be attacked by surrounding Zogres and zombies after that. Food greater than 8 summer pies or more. 1 Sanfu serum to help you fight off disease. So the Zogres and the boss can cast disease status on you, which will drain your various stats down, like you do when you're standing inside the snow. You can also use Gracilium's Balm, which is a cheaper version of this. This is like 18,000. 1 bottle of Gracilium's Balm, 4 doses is like at 1k. However, this gives you 15 minutes of immunity to disease. Whereas the Gracilium's Balm, you will require multiple doses to cure status and will not give you immunity, so it's kind of a trade-off there. You also need a way to fast travel to Jig 2 times. Jig is the place where we'll find all these Zogres just south of Castle's War. So you can use the Ring of Dueling to Castle's War to head your way south down here. This is Jig. Oh, and I forgot to mention that you will at the beginning need a bunch of free inventory spaces. That's required to receive some items from the starting point NPC. You need at least 5. If you want to not have to worry about inventory throughout the entire quest, just to make sure you have at least like 13 open slots, and that should be sufficient. Okay, so to start this quest, make sure you have all your stuff. And when you have all your stuff, now your way to Jig. You don't know where Jig is. Jig is just south of Castle's War. Let me just pull up the map, and I'll show you as I move down. There it is, Castle's War, Jig, Trino Village. Yeah, you know, for reference, right there. And here we're south from Castle's War down here. We're going to talk to Grish to start this quest. Hello, what's going on here? See, there's like a giant barricade. Hey, use creatures, what are you doing here? Be cleverer to be running so the sickies from the Zogres don't dead ya. So these guys won't disease and kill you. Ask him, what are Zogres? The Zogres are the big gun nasties with the sickies. These old pals of Grish, but they Jig and Jig when they's full home is deep in the dirt. Days is not the same dead uns like was before. Them Zogres coming from the ground underneath us and is lost for the Jig place. And then offer help. Can I help you in any way? Yes, creatures, you do good finding for Grish and learn why Zogres and basically them are back in this ground. Okay, so you want me to find out why the Zogres have appeared from the ground and find a way to not have them keep harassing you. Exactly. Do you have a good chance of what that could be or where I can start? Perhaps you also have some food and something to help me drink to do this with. Alright, start quest. Okay, I'll check it out for you. And here are some stuff for you to not die. Come back without the sickies. So that's what it is right now. Head east, talk to the guard to enter inside this area. You stay away from this place. The Zickies will kill you. Don't worry, I'm here to investigate. Are you sure you want to go in? Okay, I'll open it for you, creature. Boom. There you go. There's your entrance. Enter inside. Okay, so you don't actually need any of this stuff that he gave you. That's just for your supplies. If you have your own supplies, then that's not really necessary anyway. So since I'm higher combat level, these guys will attack me. I'm level 110, so I can just walk by. However, if you're lower combat level, like level 50 or 80, they'll probably attack you. And if they succeed, you'll be diseased, which is a state that drains your various stats down. I think is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. You can use Resilient bombs to remove the disease status, or just drink one serum Sephew, which will also remove the disease status and also give you immunity for 50 minutes. Anyway, those are your options. Once you're here, head your way to the north. Once you enter into the cave, head your way to the north. Oops! Oh, sorry. I was too distracted talking about the disease stuff. Let me just go back a little bit to make sure you are aware of where I am right now. So anyway, so after you climb over the barricade, head your way all the way east, and then just down this staircase. Yeah, sorry about that. I went on autopilot. So now head your way to the northwestmost area, which has this kind of charred, blackened floor, and then watch a little like cutscene thing. You enter this blackened, charred area. It looks like some sort of explosion took place. Somebody dropped a grenade, apparently. Alright. So enter here, and then search this broken lectern for a torn page. And once you search the skeleton, you'll be attacked by a monster. You can use, I guess, this to save spot you. It's not too difficult. Oh, did you have this like zombie thing? It's pretty straightforward. And there it goes with the... Now take the wooden backpack and then open it for a bunch of stuff. You do not need the rotten food, just drop that. Try to open this coffin, the west one, right by the skeleton. And then use a knife on it to kind of pry it open a little bit. And then this is where your strength comes to play. If you have strength level lower than 10, this may take you some time, so just FYI, it can be quite irritating. Yep, and now you're weakened. Perhaps you should try again. And also your strength gets drained a little bit so each time you try it. Okay, there we go, finally. And then search the coffin for the black prism. Creepy looking black prism. You can drop the knife, you no longer need a knife. And then just exit to the surface, the same way we went. Okay, so now we're back to the surface. Oh yeah, and if you're low level, you'll be attacked, so just make your way all the way to the other side. So now we're properly outside to the surface without any immediate threat. Okay. Now make your way to your nil. You can just run from where you are to your nil. It's not that far if you have a standard potion. So from here all the way to over here, we need to head into the pub in your nil. You can also try to use a Nightmare Zone teleport, which requires I think 5 quests or more that fits the bill. So there's definitely some requirements there. If you have if you're diseased, it may take you a few tries to actually pull off the teleportation using the grouping method. So just keep trying if you're doing that. Otherwise, just run from there to here. It's not that far. And once you're at your nil, head to the pub area. Or enter inside. And then show the bartender. Use the tankard on the bartender. I found this at the Ogre Tomb. It has your Ints emblem on it. Do you know anything about this? This was Brento's mug. I'm surprised he left it there. It's his favorite. Brento, you say, so you knew him then? Well, he's dead now. He was talking to some shifty looking wizard the other day. I don't know his name, but I know what he looks like if I saw him again. Sorry to tell you this, but Brento Vaughn is now dead. He was murdered, apparently. Not surprising. He was a good customer, but I knew he would sell his sword arm and do many dark deeds to get the bills by. If you need help bringing the culprit to justice, just let me know. Okay, so now we have this approval, I guess. Head away to the Wizard's Tower, which is Wizard's Guild rather, not tower, right here. Wizard's Tower is a different thing. Wizard's Tower is all the way by Junior Village over here. You want to go to the Wizard's Guild. If you don't have a magic level 66 or more to enter inside the guild, just ring the bell. Ring this bell on the other side. Otherwise, just enter the guild and just talk to Sithik Ints about and show him the prism and the torn page. Interesting. Where do you get these from? Nearby in an ogre tomb. I'm trying to figure out what happened. There is a place now infested with a bunch of Zogres and a murdered person there. So some nasty deeds going on. It's absolutely forbidden to use necromancy magic. So who would have used it? A wizard by the name of Sithik Ints was doing some research there, so he probably knows. He is currently residing inside this inn just north of here. Although I doubt he is a suspect, because there is a severe penalty for using these dark arts. If you can prove that he is a suspect, just let me know because we need to deal with him now. Okay, thanks. Alright, so that's that. Anyway, out of here, and then head north into the pub. Climb up the stairs to the second floor, and at the very last room is going to be Sithik Ints. Talk to him. Who gave you permission to enter here? Sophistic Wave says I should ask you some questions. Why would he send you? Do you know anything about undead ogres at Jig? No idea what you're talking about there. Sure. Yes, if I knew something, I'll tell you. Undead ogre is strange, huh? Must be a weird thing to see. Do you mind if I investigate your room? Actually, I should do. It's my place. You can't just touch without a warrant. I'm actually going to look around anyway. If you're not involved, then you have nothing to hide. If I was a few years younger, I'd give you a good hiding. I'm sure you would. And I think these other two questions are just for small talk. Search the wardrobe. Gives you the book, the ham book. Search the cupboard for charcoal, papyrus, and also a book of portraiture. And search the cupboard for a book on necromancy. So you need these 3 books. Yeah, make sure you have those 3 books. Then use a book of portraiture on him. What is this? Interesting. I'm interested in drawing portraits. It's pretty fun. How do I do it? Just read the book to start. Use the papyrus on him to start drawing a portrait. And then show him what it looks like afterwards. Here we are. What do you think? So if he says, I like the truth of it, drop the portrait, take another one from the drawers, and try again. If he says, I like the honesty of it, keep it. And then basically, that's what we need to give to the bartender. So now we know what the guy looks like. Let's confirm with the bartender and see if this is the guy that Bentley was talking to. I think his name is Bentley. I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see here. Is this a guy? Yes, that was the guy that Brentel. Oh, Brentel was his name. Brentel was looking at. Yes. Can you identify? Okay. I'm going to bring that guy to justice at the Wizards Guild. Can you just sign this portrait so I know that you have confirmed for me? I can and I will, and there you go. So we have all the evidence we need to capture this fellow. He has a book of necromancy, a book of ham, and we also have a portrait and also signed by the bartender. So that's everything we need to convict the guy. I have some items I want you to look at. Book of necromancy. So he was researching necromancy. It doesn't seem like anything by itself. Look at this half-torn page. But someone could have stolen that from him. Here is a book of ham. That proves that this book proves that Sithik hates all monsters and most likely ogres with a passion. Hating monsters isn't a crime, although it does seem odd. And here is the tankard that I found with the remains of Brentel Vaughn. Doesn't mean anything by itself either. And a portrait which was signed by the bartender. All this together would make a pretty convincing case. Take this potion and give it to Sithik. It will bring a change which to solicit some answers. So now we have ourselves the strange potion. Alright, so head back to Sithik's room. And we're going to dump this strange potion inside his cup of tea. And inside the room. His cup of tea. And then we're going to head down to the ground floor, climb down, and then climb back up. And back up. Oh, look at that. Okay. What's happened to me? You beast. No, you are the beast. Tell me what has happened. Okay, I admit. I got Brentovar to cast a spell to put an end to those awful ogres. They're just disgusting creatures. Ask him everything. How do I remove the spell you cast? The ogres want to get their ceremonial dance area back, and they can't do that with the Zogres. Unfortunately, you cannot. The spell is permanent. It will forever be there. The only option is to move to another area. You are an evil man, and I'm going to make you pay for this. You can stay like that forever, as far as I'm concerned. No, let me make amends. Please, I can help you. How do I get rid of the undead ogres? Similar spells have been cast before, and the only way to deal with the resulting creatures is to cordon off the area. So just leave them there. The undead creatures usually manifest some sort of disease, so it's best to attack them from a distance with a ranged weapon. Normal missiles like arrows and darts do very little damage to them because they're designed to destroy internal organs. This is a waste of time with undead creatures like undead ogres. You need to use what is called brutal arrow, flat-ended arrow. This does large amounts of crushing damage to the creature. You can make them by using larger arrows. I think some ogre hunters make them, but instead of adding an arrow tip, you hammer the large nail into the end of the shaft. How do I get rid of the disease? My research shows that 2 jungle-based herbs can be found. One is used by the river tributaries and it looks like a vine. I think that is like vine moss or something. The other is inside a cave and grows on a wall. That's probably snake grass or I actually don't know. So anyway, it's quite camouflage, so you're not likely to find it. We'll see about that, and then just leave. So now we have a way to handle the Zogres, although we can't restore the ceremonial area back. So you no longer need this black prism. You can give it to Savistic Rave inside the Wizards Guild, back to that wizard dude. And he'll give you like 2,000 coins. You can buy Wasilion's Balm, which is the basic kind of way to cure disease for like 1,000 coins. Or you can buy like a Sanfew Serum, which is a combination of Wasilion's Balm plus Super Restore Potion plus some other stuff. And that's like 18,000 coins. The main benefit here is that you get complete immunity from the disease for 15 minutes. So that's very useful to have. And also you can also buy brutal arrows from the G instead of making them yourself. Anyway, yeah, you can read more on how to make an actual Wasilion's Balm. For example, you need the 1 rose purge, which is untradeable, and then add it to 1 vial of water, and mix in 1 snakeweed, also untradeable, I think. And then basically, yeah, that's what it is. If you give one of those Wasilion's Bombs to Ugluk Nar, which is right by the starting area, so basically right here, he's like the shop guy there. Actually, let me just go back to the area because that's the next part anyway. So let me just go back to Zig, and then I'll tell you. So if you have 1 Wasilion's Bomb, which you can buy from the GE or make yourself, like I said earlier, you can just give one of them to Uglug, this guy, and then he opens up a shop for you. Yep, you bring me the sickies, and basically he'll open a shop for you, and you can buy Wasilion's Bombs, nails, some other kind of weird stuff from him. So it's a nice way to access a store here. And to make the brutal arrows, you use a knife on ashy logs for the ogre arrow shafts, then combine it with feather to get the fighted ogre arrows, and then you just combine it with nails, whatever nails you have, I guess, steel nails, mithril nails, to get the corresponding mithril brutal arrows, whatever it is, in your inventory. I think the brutal arrows is just like one thing. It's just like either Buto arrows or no Buto arrows. There's no like dragon Buto arrows or anything like that. To my knowledge, anyway. So once you've done all that, head your way back to Zig and let them know our options here. Have you done your research? I know who's responsible for the Zogres. And who is that? The person responsible is a wizard named Sithik Ints. He's going to be in serious trouble. He told me that he cast a spell which raised the Zogres from the ground and will last forever. I'm sorry to say, but you need to move to a different place. We need to make a new jig then. Correct. Okay, cool. Use creature needs the key for getting in the deep burial ground. They can't just leave because they have something there that they need to take back with them. Okay, so we have to go and look for this thing of theirs. There must be a way to cure this disease. Talk to Uglug for more stuff. He's can sell you some stuff there. There must be an easier way to kill these old Zogres. Sithik told me about making Buto arrows, which means I can kill Zogres from a distance. I know how to make large arrows, you know, big stabbers. Why you not say so, creature? Let me show you how to make the bigger stabbers, chuckler. Gris gets a couple items on his backpack and shows you how to actually do it. And that's how you make the Buto arrows. Thanks. So once you have talked to him about the Buto arrows, you can actually make it yourself. Otherwise, I don't think you can do it. You also can't equip the confront ogre bow, which is the composite ogre bow, until you finish talk to him afterwards as well. So yeah, that's what it is. So once you're ready, head your way back into the cave. This is when we fight the boss. Alright, the boss is not too bad. Just head back in here. And then let me go down. Head down to the cave again. Head your way all the way to the west end. Just straight west. And then once you're here, head your way south. And head your way downstairs. And then head your way to the end of this room passage area. And as you can see, there is a stand there. It's I guess their main dance floor area. Once you search this stand, you'll be attacked by a giant boss and have to confront it / bash. Oh, okay, so / bash is a level 110, 111 monster. He uses crush and range both up to 13 HP. Can cause disease which drains stats up to 15. So you basically have like for me like from 90 strength to like 75 strength, etc. You can cure this with you can cure the disease status using Resilience Bomb, or you can use Sand Fuel Serum, which is a combination of Resilience Bomb plus Super Restore Potion plus a bunch of other things, and also gives you immunity to disease for 15 minutes. So it's a much stronger way of doing things. And also he drains your prayer pretty rapidly too. He's weak to Buto arrows and crumble and death spell. Other attack types such as melee will basically deal like 75% less damage. So if your max hit with melee is like 30, when you fight him, it will be reduced to like 7 or 8 HP. So yeah. So the way to do this is basically to stand behind here, so he can't melee you. Use attack from missiles to not take a lot of range damage, or actually not take any range damage, and then just attack using Buto arrows or crumble and death spell. That is the way to go. So let me just do that right now. Let's just go right now. Yeah. You search the plinth. Plinth has now been searched, and there it is. And now I'm in disease right now, so I'm just do this. Switching my protective missiles, and then just attack him using my my thing, my confront death spell. And that's basically what it is. It's pretty straightforward. And White has I run out of prayer juice, and he hack towards me with the range attack. So now take the ogre artifact that's on the floor, and also you can take these ogre bones as well, which fetch quite a nice penny. Like 30,000 GP for one of those bones. And now just give the ogre artifact back to the Grish person outside. And I'm still diseased. And just drink another one. Huh. I guess it doesn't cure this. Oh, there you go. You have to click here, which takes another dose. Okay. Anyway, so let's go back to Grish. Hey, used creature, got the thing we need to move on? Yes, I have them here. Good. Takes back his key and also the ogre artifact. Quest complete. Also 1 quest point. Ranging, fletching, herbalore XP. The ability to make resilience bombs and brutal arrows. Alright, that's not too bad. Yeah, so that's what that is. These ogres can move. These regular ogres can now move on to a different location and enjoy their dancing. I guess their Burning Man rave.